Hey everybody, Sean here from Somm Wine Club, and I have got some wine for you. This is the 2019 Thörle Spätburgunder from Rheinhessen in Germany. It's part of the May 2024 Somm Wine Club box. Now, Weingut Thörle is based in the village of Solheim, which is right smack in the middle of the heart of Rheinhessen in southern Germany, and the winery has been around since the 16th century. Started in 1517. The modern Weingut Thörle only really started kind of moving to what it is now in the mid 1980s, with the then owner Rudolf Thörle deciding to take the winery to focus on almost exclusively Riesling and Burgundian varieties like Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. In 2006, the domain was taken over by his sons, Christoph and Johannes, who have been in charge to this day, and they have also continually improved the quality of the wines, the reputation of the winery, and the practices that they've been using since they took over in 2006. Certified organic since 2022, but practicing organic since well before that. They're now incorporating biodynamic practices into their farming as well, and very quickly they became known as one of Germany's top Pinot Noir producers. So I'm excited to have the Spätburgunder in the box for you this month. Let's taste it and see what German Pinot Noir is like. So, color wise, this is a 2019, so it's got a couple of years of bottle age, but it doesn't show it. This wine has this really pretty, brilliant ruby core, not a lot of bricking, not a lot of transition from the core to the rim. It's pale, but it's not super pale. It's deeper in color than I think you might expect for Pinot Noir coming from these northern latitudes. The nose is super pretty. It's lots of like ripe red fruit. There's red currant, raspberry, red plum. There's this kind of very foresty, earthy, leafy kind of character to this wine, but all wrapped up in this really nice, tight core of fruit. Yeah, there's like forest floor, like potting soil, dried leaves, little hint of spice character. This wine does see 3 to 4 weeks kind of on full solids on the skins, kind of with daily pigeage or like disturbing of the cap to kind of coax out a little bit more intensity and flavor. And then after fermentation is finished, it spends 20 months in a mix of 85% French and 15% German neutral oak barrels. So there is some influence of oxygen here. There's that additional time spent in barrel, which is going to allow the wine to express itself a little bit more freely. And then, of course, 5 years of bottle age, or 4 years of bottle age, I guess, at this point. Yeah, like subtle undertones of spice, like star anise or allspice. Taste. Great punch of acidity and brightness kind of right off the hop. This wine's not heavy by any stretch. It's not flabby at all. It's got like great freshness. It's only 13.5% alcohol, which for Pinot Noir is kind of right smack in the middle. It's not big over alcohol, over oaked Pinot Noir, but it's definitely not lean. It's got a roundness to the texture to it. Even though the acidity is the first thing that you notice, the wine still has this mouth coating texture to it. The fruit characters are pretty similar on the palate as they are to the nose. Lots of kind of tangy red fruit, maybe a little bit darker and deeper on the palate than they are on the nose. And then after the acidity is kind of refreshed you, you get this little kind of lingering bite of tannin, but the tannins are quite well integrated. They've got a silkiness to them. It's like liquid satin, if I can be a little bit poetic. Everything in really great balance with a lot of length to it. Like I don't even need to go back and have another sip to keep talking because I have the flavor of the wine that just wants to kind of run, which is the sign of great wine, of wine that has that continued lingering flavor and intensity on the palate. That's so very impressive for, I don't know, my whole career. People have kind of had the impression of German Pinot Noir as being substandard, but it's definitely not, and especially not when you're looking at producers of this quality. This wine can compete with wines that are 2 and 3 times its price from other unnamed major Pinot Noir growing regions of the world. So, if this is your first experience with German Pinot Noir, you're welcome. I'm excited to be able to share Thorle's wines with you. Uh, Food wise, we're coming into spring, or I guess fully into spring now, but there's so many like beautiful spring vegetables and things that are available right now. You can get mushrooms and beets and turnip greens and chard and peas and all of these things that work super, super well with Pinot Noir, especially Pinot Noir of this style, with that little bit of earthy forest floor character kind of balancing out the fruit. Uh, Game, sausages, venison, duck, turkey. There's so much room to play with this wine because of the really, really good balance of tannin, acid, fruit, structure. Uh, yeah, like I struggle to think of things that wouldn't be delicious if you had this on your table. But let me know what you do for your food and wine pairings. You'll see, hopefully soon, what I think I'm gonna do with this dish or this wine for a dish. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for checking out the Thorle Spätburgunder, and we'll see you guys all next time.